Hello, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. I'm Zesty, nice to meet you. So it's been a hot minute since I have posted an air fryer recipe video, and I know you guys love those, so I thought that I would share my newest recipe development, which is a delicious French fry recipe. This is not your typical drive-through thin crispy fry recipe. This is more like a soft on the inside but crispy on the outside fry. Sometimes I crave the crunchy thin fries, but other times I really crave a nice thick cut fry that's just perfectly salted and topped with gravy, you know? So anyways, that is what this is. This is a really easy recipe. I would say it comes together pretty quickly and you don't need much for it. So I'm gonna show you guys how to make this recipe with 2 russet potatoes. But if you wanted to do more, you can definitely prep more than 2 potatoes and then just cook the batches separately so that the fries don't overcrowd. I've also tested this recipe with white potatoes and yellow flesh potatoes, and those work really great as well. But my favorite is using russet potatoes. All right, let's get to it. So the first thing I'm going to do is boil some salted water. So I'm just adding about, I would say, half a tablespoon of salt. I really like to salt my water really well for these potatoes. So I'm going to let that come to a boil while I prep and cut my potatoes. Okay, so while my water is boiling, I'm going to prep my potatoes. I am peeling these potatoes, and the reason why is because they're gonna be a little bit crispier if you peel them. You're welcome to leave the skin on if you are a big skin on French fry person. But for this recipe in particular, I find that these turn out a little bit better with the peel off. So I'm not going crazy here. I mean, if you wanna leave little bits of the peel, it's no problem at all, but you do want to remove most of the peel. Okay, my potatoes are peeled now, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut them into my fries. Now this is super important. You want to make sure that you are cutting these thicker than a regular fry. These are gonna be thick cut fries. The reason why it's important that you cut them thick is because we're gonna be boiling these. If you cut them too thin, they're probably gonna break apart when you boil them, and you don't want that to happen. So that doesn't mean you have to, you know, go crazy here, but just keep in mind, it is a thicker cut fry. So I'll show you what I mean by that. I cut the bottom of 1 potato, okay? And then I've cut it into 4 segments here. So that's how thick you want it. And then just cut the segments into half lengthwise, and that's basically the size you want. So I'll show you. These are nice and thick. All right, so I'll go ahead and slice up my other potato. So I'm gonna boil these fries for 8 minutes in our prepared salted water. I'm gonna go ahead and set a timer for 8 minutes. And I would just give these a quick stir about halfway through. All right, we're about halfway through, so I'm just gonna give these a gentle stir. They're looking really good so far. All right, it's been about 8 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and drain these. Okay, I'm just gonna let these sit here for a minute or 2 while I prep my bowl and preheat my air fryer. I'm gonna preheat my air fryer to 375, and we're gonna be cooking these for 13 minutes. All right, my air fryer is preheating, so I'm gonna go ahead and prep my fries now. So I'm just gonna add my fries or my potatoes to a bowl. And I'm gonna add about 1.5 tablespoons of neutral oil. I like to use avocado oil for this, but any vegetable oil will work. Although I have heard that avocado oil is a lot healthier. So I'll go ahead, just for video's sake, I'm measuring for you guys. So there's 1 tablespoon and a half. Okay, there you go. And I'm gonna very heavily salt these. I like to salt my fries a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some sprinklings of salt. These are really tasty salty, so. And now, this is a super important step. You want to give these a really good toss, okay? And once you toss them, you're gonna just shake them like this. Now what that's gonna do is it's gonna create a nice starchy exterior on each fry. And when this is in the air fryer, it's going to get nice and crispy on the outside. So there's the air fryer. It's ready to go. Okay, and I'll show you. So this is what you want them to look like before you put them in the air fryer. They all have a nice starchy coating. Pop those in. Okay, so we're about halfway through the cooking time, so I'm gonna just toss these once. Just gonna give these like a turn, make sure that they're cooking okay. Okay. 13 minutes is up. So this is what they look like. So as you can see, they're not quite ready, but they're starting to look great. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna give these just a gentle toss and just be very gentle with them because they are kind of soft. So I'm just kind of making sure that none of them are stuck together. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop these back in for an additional 7 minutes at 400 degrees this time. So change your temperature to 400 and we're gonna put these in for 7 minutes and start. Okay, we're just about halfway, so I'm gonna go ahead and give these a toss. Oh my gosh, look how nice they're looking already. Okay, moment of truth. So this is what we got. If you want yours cooked a little bit more brown, you can go ahead and cook them for an extra minute or so, but I wouldn't go past that. I think that these are perfect just the way they are, so I'm gonna take these out. My fries are done. I plop them onto a plate and I'm just gonna salt them just a tad. Oh my goodness, these look so good. Let's have a bite. These are so good. Oh my gosh. What I love about this recipe is these don't taste like they were made in the air fryer. And I say that because a lot of times when you cook in the air fryer, it tends to dry out a lot of your ingredients. But because we've boiled these before, the inside is still nice and soft, but they're not soggy. They're perfectly cooked on the outside. Look how well that is holding up. Here's what the inside looks like. It's so soft and delicious. Break it again. Cook that is. I really like to enjoy this specific style of fry with gravy and sometimes a little cheese, you know, have a little poutine moment. Unfortunately, I don't have cheese curds right now, but I do have some grated Gouda and I have some gravy on the stovetop, so I think I'm gonna do that. Let's add some cheese. Yum. I have some gravy here. I'm just loading this on. A little more cheese. I'm gonna broil that for a few minutes. This looks amazing.
This smells so good. I don't want to burn myself, but I really want to have some now.
Oh my God. This deliciousness, I'm speechless.
Oh my God, guys.
Listen, this is gonna be really controversial, what I'm saying right now, but dare I say I like the grated Gouda more than the cheese curds? You gotta try this. You have to try this. You gotta make this fry recipe, and then you gotta go grab yourself a packet of gravy at the grocery store, grate some cheese on top. You will not be disappointed. And if you are, I don't know. I don't know what to say. So anyways. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you all really, really soon. Have an amazing rest of your day.